What's happening, everybody?
What's up?
What they do though? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. If you celebrate Halloween, we don't decorate.
Yeah. It is what it is. Everybody know what it's for. You get candy.
Kids get candy.
Dentist bill. You know what I'm talking about?
So, last night we built a fire. We have some family in from Florida.
Florida. Yeah.
Florida. And we had a crazy storm from this tropical storm.
Yes,
so all
we
of
did.
our firewood was sitting out in the rain.
And number one, blessings to the families that if anything did happen, you know, I hope that comes back to you in multiple. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's good. So all the firewood was left out and got rained on. And if y'all don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Your girl is addicted to building fires. I've built fires my whole life.
Look.
I will keep a fire going.
Look now. I was built to keep a fire going. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I was built to keep a, and it ain't no lie, bro. That's what she do. Well. Real well.
I'll go find the resources. I'll go find the wood.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. So, doing what I do best, I went outside and was like, man, I've got wet wood.
Yeah.
So what seemed like the worst opportunity, right? What seemed like the worst resource that I had.
Yeah.
What did not stack up well with what the outcome of what we wanted.
Yeah.
Actually turned out to be the best fire we've built in our fire pit yet.
Yeah.
We've only had it a couple weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
But bar none, the best fire.
Yeah.
And what it made me think of is whatever you're facing that may look like the worst opportunity or a lack of resources or, you know, not the best scenario for what it is that you're after could actually be the decision you need to make to get the best result that is waiting for you.
That's good. That is so good. Because something that looks like it's the best situation for you may not be the best situation for you. You know what I'm saying? So just to conquer it and but to persevere and stick with what you were given. You know
it might take a little bit more work.
Yeah.
But that work can come with a great reward.
Life itself is not easy. You should know that, and you should live by that, because at the end of the day, you have to persevere. You know what I mean? And that's what happened last night.
Yeah.
It's like we're sitting there and we're like, babe, this is pretty good. This is darn good. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for sticking to it, and voila, whoosh. You know?
Then we all got to sit down and enjoy it with hot dogs and marshmallows and coffee and the kids. It was definitely a memorable moment.
Yeah, it was.
Nephew's like, I gotta come to the country more often. I'm like, but we in Charlotte now. But yeah, that countrysness is still in me. It's still in me.
That's right.
Speaking of building, Legos. We had a conversation about how life is a lot like Legos.
It is, and it came from, just to be honest, it came from the Lego movie. You know, when you buy Legos, they don't come pre-assembled.
Right.
They show you the picture of what it looks like, but they don't come pre-assembled.
And what do they come?
In many tiny little pieces, right? So in order for you to achieve what it's supposed to look like, you have to take the time and build. You know what I mean? And I know this is elementary, like everybody know that it's Legos, that's what you're supposed to do. But you got to take it a step deeper with your life, because your life is the same situation as Legos. Each opportunity that you get, you have to take that little piece that may seem insignificant and add it to your repertoire, because it's going to take you to the next piece that you need to reach the next level of what you're trying to achieve.
Right, and there's no piece not being used, right? God uses everything.
Every little
and
detail.
One of my girlfriends and I were talking because, you know, she's just getting to know us and the backstory of Roy and I. And I was talking about, you know, when I was driving to Mars Hill and Roy was running to Food Line to bag groceries, a couple of miles of running to and from work because we had one vehicle, right? God uses everything.
Yeah.
And that's how we really just dug deeper into this Lego situation with that was building blocks, right?
Yeah.
Did he necessarily want to run to work? Did I necessarily want to waitress for 7 years? Did I necessarily want to do these things? But God was using every tiny building block. What may seem so insignificant can actually be the biggest building blocks in your life for your character, for your mentality, for your growth, for your wisdom, because of what is coming next. Yeah, we were just talking about the building blocks of what we've went through and how we've grown and how God has used the best things, the worst things, the small things, the big things, and grown us internally out, right? And
And the most important part with the Legos is once you reach your product, you built the house that you wanted.
You know Lego's got about 5 more things you can go buy.
Don't stop there. Continue, continue, and continue.
Yeah.
Gotta keep
That's
going.
the thing with Legos. You just keep building,
You
baby.
keep building.
You can have a whole Lego world. And
in your real world.
you can never stop growing unless you decide to stop
right.
growing.
That's right.
So keep pushing, keep persevering, and even the small things are being used. Nothing is wasted. God is using the small, and I'm telling you, them small things.
The small things are, if not equal, they're more significant than the large one that you get, you know.
Well, yeah, because you can't get to the big thing until you got that little tiny thing that's holding that foundation, baby.
That foundation, you gotta be rooted. And with that being said, you cannot rest and worry at the same time.
If you're worrying, which we all will, right? We are human. You are placing your faith in fear. If you're going to place your faith in anything, don't do it in fear.
No.
And have yourself worried. Place your faith in something way more positive, way more powerful that can overcome anything. Spirit, universe, God. Someone that can take the worry away from you and provide you with peace. Place your faith in something like that. Don't choose fear.
Yeah.
Fear
will lead you into path of not obtaining anything that you want to do.
Anxiety, and when those worry thoughts come, because we all get them, just pivot. Just really choose to pivot. Because that's what it's all about.
It is.
We're all going to have thoughts, but you can pivot your thoughts. You can choose what you're going to think about next and feed it with positive.
Let's throw a little loop in this, and I'm gonna bring it to football. There you go again, talking about football. When you're preparing for a game, I don't care how many times you watch that film. Sometimes you watch that film and in the fear of the position of the play that you're running next, of that guy that's a beast, you may be worried about. Don't place any fear in that. Watch it, learn his moves, and then rest. And once you get that rest, that fear is gone because you're not worried about what you just saw on film. Only thing you're worried about is doing the job that you were given to do, with no matter who's in front of you. Because at the end of the day, a man put on his shoes just like you do. A man put on his pants just like you do. A man put on his shirt just like you do. We all human beings.
Critique the player, baby.
Just saying.
Don't hate the game.
Hate the game.
Just critique the player.
But the most
Do
important part of that analogy that I just given was the rest part. Because you have to get rest to be ready. And you can't be ready if you fear what you're about to go into. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You can. It ain't gonna be the outcome you want. Because you're blocking yourself with the fear. And you ain't getting that rest. But that's all we got for today.
That's it. That's our 3 points.
I hope y'all have a happy Halloween.
Be safe.
We love all y'all. Hold yourselves together in this time. Be safe.
Peace. Love.
And have grace.
Prayers.
Oh,
Be driven.